Hello YouTube. Today I'll be showing you 1 hour of spiritual mages in your personal Slayer dungeon. So this requires 99 Slayer to use, and the location is the Sunken Pyramid. And so to get there, you want to go to the Menethos Lodestone, then run west and quick travel the Shifting Tombs and select the Ports District, then run west again and right click travel to Portmaster Kegs. And finally you can enter the dungeon. You can otherwise teleport there using your Slayer Codex, but you need 50 souls added to the chest first. So I'm not going to get into how it works for personal Slayer dungeon, but for spiritual mage souls, it can take an extremely long time to collect all 5. However, to save time, just find a friend who has one set up already. And so just right click to enter your friend's dungeon. They just have to be online and in the same world as you. But Iron Man cannot access other players' dungeons, however. Now I used another player's dungeon in this video, and so there's an FC that shares that. It's called PODS space FC. So here's my equipment setup. I'm using Mage, but otherwise you can use Range. Melee might not work if the Armadillo spiritual mages spawn, but either way, the scythe is not long enough to reach all 5 mages quickly anyways. So I have a Noxious Staff, and the perks I suggest are Precise 5 and Aftershock 3. I don't have spare gizmos for these, so I did not use them in this video. Otherwise, a tier 85 staff is good enough. The body I have is Subjugation, and the perks I suggest are Impatient 3 and Biting 2. Then I have Subjugation boots and gloves. But otherwise you can use Silverhawk boots if you want Agility XP. Then I have Ghost Hunter legs, helm, and cape. And so you only need 3 items for the set effect. What it will do is it'll add 10% more damage as well as give you 10% more XP against ghosts. It actually works with spiritual mages. Then I have Salve Amulet E, which basically you get 20% more damage and accuracy against ghosts, including spiritual mages. Otherwise, just use Demon Horn Necklace with Attune Ectoplasmator, cause that way you get like nearly unlimited prayer. Then I have Surgeon's Ring, where you can use Luck of the Dwarves for the Hazelmere Signet chance. Then I have the Berserk Blood Essence, and so every time you get hit, there's a chance of this effect activating. So what it will do is it will boost combat levels, and it also stacks with potions except overloads. This lasts 4 seconds each, but you can manually activate this for a 20-second buff, although it does have a 60-second cooldown however. So in 1 hour, this should take 2,500 charges, but Congealed Blood is very cheap anyways. If you do not have this, that's fine, just use Godbook with overloads. Then I have Penance Aura, and that really saves you a lot of prayer potions. And finally I have Elf City Quiver, and that is for prayer bonus. Alright, so here's my inventory setup. I have aggression potions. Although these are normally aggressive, using this, you don't actually need to run in and out of the dungeon to renew your aggression. Either way, I do have a piece of Zamrak equipped, so the spawns are random. And if a Zamrak mage does spawn, it isn't aggressive to me. Then I have Supreme Magic Potions, and they're basically the upgraded version of the Extreme Magic Potion. And so what it will do is add 2 more levels compared to Extreme Magic. If you don't have this, it's fine. Just use the regular Extreme Magics. And so basically the reason being is, it stacks with Berserk Blood Essence to give you a whopping total of 34 increased magic levels. You only need to redrink this once every 6 minutes, because the boosts usually do not drop by more than 5. Then I have Replenishment and Prayer Potions. And you'll need a lot of these. Even with Penance Aura, I still need it a lot for some reason. Then I have Spring Cleaner and Alcrunes. You want to set your Spring Cleaner to destroy the rune items. You can otherwise set to destroy battle staves as well, since they drop a lot of them. However, it's actually more profitable to alch them, although it's actually more click intensive that way. Then I have Large Rune Pouch, and I use it to store alch runes and the air runes for the air surge. Then I have Max Cape, and that is my main bank teleport. Otherwise, you can use another bank teleport, preferably an emergency teleport like Ring of Kinship or something. Then I have Gem Bag, and they do drop gems sometimes. Ring of Vigor and Planted Feet with Sun Spear are actually optional switches. Planted Feet increases the duration of Sunshine by 7 seconds, although unequipping the Planted Feet does not actually remove the effect. However, those who have Aftershock perk, make sure the Planted Feet weapon also has Aftershock perk on it, or else the Aftershock effect will reset. Then I have Enhanced Excalibur, and in case you want some emergency defense and healing, this can really help. And finally, I have Legendary Pet, and that helps me loot drops sometimes. You may want to bring a Toon Ectoplasmator with a Demon Horn necklace, but the Ghostly Essence is actually quite rare and expensive, so I didn't actually bother with this. So here are the prayers. I'm using Torment or the tier 99 prayer. Then I also use Soul Split. The Berserker prayer basically increases the duration of the combat level boost by 15% longer. It does not work with overloads, however. Alright, so here's my action bar. I have Corruption Blast on the first slot, then Dragon Breath, then Chain, then Sonic Wave, then Combust, Sacrifice, and Rack. As for thresholds, I have Wild Magic, Asphyxiate, and Deep Impact. And the only ultimate I'm using is Sunshine. So here's the strategy. You want to stand in the middle of the light. And so basically you kill these spiritual mages one at a time. You want to use thresholds as often as possible, but always prioritize Sunshine first. Now these thresholds should just pretty much one-hit KO them often. They do kind of hit fairly hard, so if you do get piled, you gotta kill them fast enough to avoid that. They're fairly spread out too, so the AoE isn't really helpful here. As for area looting, you want to stand one square east of the light, and this is the optimal spot for area looting. Just drop one item and click on it, and then area loot the 4 spiritual mages. It won't be able to reach the 5th spiritual mage, which is the very east section. And yeah, pretty much just drag and drop the item to the money pouch to high alch the item. So here are the drops. They're mostly noted orbs, talismans, and soul runes. The elemental battle staves are extremely common, and you can use either Spring Cleaner or Alch runes. Of course, like I said before, alching it is a lot more click intensive, but more profitable. Then the Spring Cleaner rune weapons are fairly common as well. Occasionally you can get Serenic Scales, and I actually got lucky this hour, and got 3 of them. Pretty sure you can get like 1 at most every hour. Sometimes they also drop Ghostly Essence too, and occasionally you can get War Priest pieces. So I made 6.5 mil this hour, and it would have been 7.5 mil had I actually included the scales. The amount of alchables I got is 3.6 mil worth. Now you can expect around 6 mil profit per hour if you were to factor in the costs. So overall in 1 hour, I got 570k magic combat XP. Now if you were to factor away the Ghost Hunter 10% XP boost, you would get 518k XP per hour, and this equates to 780 kills per hour. In theory, you'd get only 180k Slayer XP per hour. Then you also get 55k Prayer XP per hour if you were using a Toon Ectoplasmator. So yeah, thanks for watching and I hope it helps. If I missed anything, feel free to ask.